Well, thanks guys. Thanks for your well wishes and everything else. Yeah, but the boy is getting better and things are looking on the bright side. Okay, I'm still on daddy duty, so yeah, you guys know how this thing goes. Right after that, I have to go right away. So, anyways, before anything else, guys, don't forget it. Drop a like, but crap, I can't speak today. Drop a like on the videos. It doesn't take you much time, but hey, just a like, a second of your time, okay? Drop a nice comment because, like I always say, you never know. A nice comment goes a long way, not just for me, because there's a lot of people that watch these videos. I know I don't get more than 600 views, but 600 views is what 1,200 eyes. And you don't want to tell me that among everybody that is watching, there's gonna be someone who needs to hear that you're gonna make it. Trust me. So please drop a nice comment, encourage others, and also don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Okay? Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome. Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my super dad mug. Everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. Although this is my super Mac, my super dad. Anyways, today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. You know, people are still jumping. Wee wee! People are still jumping the bridges. People are still going, right? So yeah, wee! It's still happening, right? But there's nothing I can do about it other than try to tell you, watch out, right? If you do, you won't have to jump. If you don't, yep, I hope you have a life vest when you jump. when, when you go jumping, okay? Right after that, we'll check at prices in details. And once we're done with that, we will check on our positions because I'm still scalping the market left and right, okay? And the question's still the same. Are we buying Lambos yet? But let me set this there, right there. Anyways, yeah. Before I get into the topic of today, you guys keep asking the same thing again. I was like, come on, guys. I thought I explained it. When you scalp the market, there is a bunch of things you look at. Okay, like I said, I just want to touch base with this. That way, you will not say I didn't do it. Okay, guys. When I scalp the market, I told you guys, you go to the let's say, I don't know what exchange you're using, but the universal one usually be CoinGecko. Okay, you go to CoinGecko, look at the top gainers of the day. You look at top gainers. Now you go in number one, for example, or number two. You go in there, you look at the indicators. The one that I use more is Williams Alligator combined with MACD. Trust me, those two will save you a lot of pain. Okay, you look at it. Is it that high? Is it starting to curve? Is it converging? And all these kind of things. Then you put in your position. Okay, I usually short because we're in a bear market, so I short. And if it is like that, then yeah, you're gonna make a lot of money with it. But you also have to understand something. Just because it says top gainers does not mean it's already running. You have to look at the percentage. Okay, if you look at a percentage and it says 30% top gainer, 40%, yep, you gotta watch it. Don't enter position, watch it. Me, normally I usually look at anything like 80, 90, or even if you can find like 130 to 150% top gainer. Oh yeah, that one I am getting in. But if you're going to risk it to try to get that 40 or 50%, please make sure that the indicators, okay, they are on the top. Okay, let's say the MACD is already top, about to curve. Williams Alligator is already top, about to converge. I mean, like, all those kind of stuff, you have to make sure. Because if you just look at it, oh, top gainer, 12, 40%, and you enter your position, 2 or 3 hours later, it might pump. and you get liquidated. So you have to really watch. If you're going to take that 40%, make sure the indicators are about to flip bearish. Okay, I don't just get in like, okay, let's look at an example. For example, let's look at an example right quick. Okay, here, homepage. Oh crap, I should have just stayed there. Top gainers, we go here, view it all. We do have, what is this? Okay, Zoo AIOT, okay? And it is up 24%. So it's not worth it. You have to wait. Okay, if you look at AIOT, let's go look at it on here. Hopefully it is on weeks exchange, okay? And we go here, look at it, AIOT, this guy, okay, sitting at 10 cents, okay? And you look at the chart, you see, it is still pumping. So as a top gainer, yeah, it is still pumping. What I'm going to do if I want to trade this is I'm gonna watch, okay? And when I say watch, you start to pay attention to things like, first of all, Bollinger Band. You see how it is still climbing along the Bollinger Bands? That's the first thing you look at. You look at here, see MACD, see? I mean, RSI, you look at it that way and you can tell it is still turning bullish. It's not done yet. It's not at the top. And then you look at MACD. It's also still going up. So you need to pay attention to these things. Once you see that the price has broken way above the Bollinger Band, that's when you start to look at that entry points. One is breaking way above the Bollinger Band. Two, you see this is about to turn from solid green to light green. Okay, and you also see here that is also at the top. Then yeah, you start looking for your entry points. I don't know if I explain myself, but that's what I do. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful. You do not just because it is say stop gain and it is 20 or 30%, you jump in. No, you're gonna lose money if you do that. You have to be patient, watch the price, watch the indicators, and then get in. That's how I play that game. Okay. Anyways, yeah, let's go to the topic of today. Guys, it is it is funny to me how you start to see how not just the coins that we knew from 10 years ago, how people are still not understanding the relationship between the price and market cap. A lot of people still don't get it. And everybody and their grandmama still just try to, they try to sell you something that is not there. Okay, they try to sell you apples for oranges, like I always say. That's what they try to do. And not only that, technology evolves. We know, right? Internet, for example. If you were around when they first had internet, you remember how you used to disconnect your phone and then you connect the phone line to your Macintosh. And then you hear the sound, chee, cha, chee, cha, and then you had to sit there for 10 minutes for one page to open. Okay? Nowadays, just with my cell phone, click, less than a second, it is on there. Okay? So you start to look at development, how things go. You start to understand where the general future is laying. Okay? I've been telling you, you have to watch macroeconomy. You have to watch the way things are going, the direction that things are taking. For example, let's take the dying one, Ethereum, right? If you would have, for those of us who, now that it's a mistake, I can't undo it. Now that I think about it, it would have been better for me to hold my 120 Ethereum and then sell them instead of trying to stake it. Although, yeah, I did stake it and I'm getting rewards from it, but if you think about it, 120 Ethereum when Ethereum was like 4,500 is way better to get that money then than waiting for my rewards, right? And things even getting worse. That right now Ethereum is crumbling. A lot of people don't want to see it. People are still so blind to the fact, but it is happening. Okay, Ethereum has performed worse than anything else. Okay, I have to admit it. Although I bought mine at when did I buy Ethereum? $400, $500, something like that. But still, it has like performed worse than the S&P 500 in the past 5 years, performed worse than gold in the last 5 years, perform anything you can think about. Ethereum has underperformed. And you look at it and you start to really try to make sense of what happened. Try to make sense of what happened, and you come to a bunch of conclusions. Okay? One, what people are not trying to say is like this: when they swap from proof of work to proof of stake, that right there open an exploit. Go look at it, okay? If you go to research, the chain with the highest hacks, okay, with the highest hacks in the last 5 to 10 years has been Ethereum. The biggest one that just happened a couple of days ago, when the drain, it was like 280 to 300 million dollars out of a protocol, right? So you look at those kind of things and you start to see why innovation always wins, right? I've been telling you guys, like, we've been sitting to try to find something that solved that problem. As a matter of fact, we began trying to solve it by creating Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin did not do anything. Bitcoin, like a bunch of people keep saying it, and man, it is so frustrating at the same time that people don't see the cracks. They don't see it. It is still tradable. Yeah, you can still make a little money out of it if you are leverage trading it. But Bitcoin on spot trading, you are not going to make money with it. And I keep saying it here. If you did not buy Bitcoin at less than $10,000, get the hell away from it. Get the hell away from it. It would not make a sense. It would not make any sense until Kaspa joined that stage. Then a lot of people are going to start realizing, like, okay, something right here. Now, the other guy was saying yesterday, the day before yesterday, he was talking about it. And I said, dude, listen, Bitcoin, a lot of people lost a lot of money, okay? I'm not talking about you and I, because with you and I, we don't have that level of money. But Bitcoin going to $125,000 or whatever it went, all this big money that built those house of cards, they lost a lot of money into it because Bitcoin failed all the way back down to what, 59, 60,000. So when I say Bitcoin still has the hype, is because the way you look at it, they are going to try to make their money. And these are these people that they make, they manipulate the market. And they are going to try to push Bitcoin, at least, if not to the all-time high, it's going to be above all-time high. They're going to try to push it. That way they can, if not break even, or at least make their money out of it. And after this run, that is where my question mark comes in place. It's like, okay, then what? Because by then, Kaspa should have presented the credential. And most people say, oh yeah, you are a little bit delusional. You don't really think about how things work. And I just look at it and laugh. And I go the same thing again. Mankind, you and I, and everybody and their grandmama, we are looking at perfection. We are looking at getting better. Right? It's like you talk to Uncle T today, and you talk to Uncle T today, and you go like, yeah, what's the problem? And Uncle T goes, listen, Solana is all talk. Okay? Because like there's a guy that dropped a comment talking about Solana upgrading, and I showed that to Uncle T. Uncle T goes, Solana is all talk. Trust me, it's like them cheesecakes, right? You see them cheesecakes behind the counter when you go to, I don't know where you shop at, when you go to Walmart or H-E-B, whatever. You see the cheesecakes looking so nice, beautiful, well decorated, and all that stuff, right? Until you take it from behind the counter. When you do that, you start to notice, like, okay, the crust is crumbled, the taste, it doesn't taste like it look in the behind the glass. You start to understand that whoever that made it, maybe that day they wasn't happy and they just slapped anything they could on it. And that got me thinking. Just like Uncle T, what about your cheesecake? You're like, best in the entire world. And I said, really? He said, yeah, my cheesecake is built robust and strong just like Kaspa. So, best in the entire I just couldn't laugh. I couldn't stop laughing about what he said. I couldn't stop laughing about it. But anyways, that is what you're looking at. Okay, you look at situations because, like I keep saying it. Okay, Bitcoin is inversely correlated to the stock market. I mean, to the Dixie, right? Inversely correlated. And when you see the reason why the Clarity Act is having so much trouble, you begin to understand this. Ethereum cracks, they are not, I don't think they are just, how do you say it? Pure, by chance. Like you say, we just a bad luck. No, I don't think so. You start to see that every proof of stake has the same problem. The hacks are happening left and right. The Crashlandia comes out, an upgrade on having faster payments and this and that. No, you having a faster payment does not solve the problem. The problem is that you crash. It don't matter if you have 3 million payments, transactions per second. It don't matter. The problem is, can you hold? That's what it is. And I keep saying it, like they are panicking. People are really, really panicking because they know once Kaspa steps, because VProx is open source. People can look at it and see what Kaspa is building. The issue here is that you cannot replicate because you already proof of stake. What are you going to do? Go back to proof of work? The architecture, the engineering behind VProx is very different. So yeah, Ethereum is doing the upgrades. Solana is doing the upgrades. Bitcoin, yeah, I don't think they can do any upgrades anymore, but it is up to them, right? And then you start to realize it. Like I always tell you guys, you need to find it before it blows up. Why do you think those guys are doing that kind of upgrades? Why do you think they are panicking? Why? They know exactly what's coming. And you sitting over there looking at Kaspa, 1 cent, 2 cents, it's dead, and blah, blah, blah. Until shit hits the fan. And when it does, you are going to start to see King Kaspa doing the unthinkable. I'm still waiting April, May. Like I said, April is almost over with. Now I'm going to be watching May, and then, I'm going to enter my legendary trades as I said, okay? But anyways, you start looking at that. You start trying to get yourself positioned. Because, the storm that is coming is going to be so powerful that all these layer ones are going to have a serious problems on their hand. A serious one. And I don't mean something that will be done, maybe we'll have a market share. No. I've been telling you guys since what? Last 2 years, when did I start making videos? Money is not going to trickle down. It's not going to happen. Unless in a situation with Kaspa, where everybody and their grandmama is going to try to migrate if they have a project. Because like I said, it is not the same thing if I'm doing DeFi on Crashlandia or on the Dying One or the Hackylandia. Some people even mentioned the Raccoon. It's not the same thing than doing DeFi on Kaspa. Because Kaspa is more efficient. Kaspa is more secure. Okay? So when you start to look at those kind of things, developers will not want, let's just say, Yearn Finance. I'm just going to pick out a random project out there. Yearn Finance on Ethereum, right? Do you think that the guy that is doing Yearn Finance will let me open the same kind of project, because this project can be copied and pasted, right? Same project on Kaspa? I don't think so. I think they're going to migrate because they know what's coming, right? So when you start to think about those things, and then you start to also look the way the Fed, the government, is doing things, you start to realize, like, something big is coming. Something huge that is going to terrify a lot of people is coming. You see, like you say, you know what? When our good friend Kevinicius takes office and they kick our Powell shoes in his butt with a 10-foot pole, he's going to do this and he's going to do that, and he's going. You start to think about it and you go like, Jesus Christ! I thought I was the one smoking weed, but what is these people smoking? What are they on? Because it don't make no sense. Kevinicius is going to come in, okay? And the way you look at it, I'm going to give him a little 2 cents. Then you can deduct yourself, okay? Vinicius is going to come in. The Fed has 12 voting members. Okay? 12 voting members. Like I keep saying it, like I think this Clarity Act is going to get thrown under the rug somewhere. And out of those 12 voting members, each represent a major bank. The people that say yes or no to everything represent a major bank. Vinicius came out and he said, yeah, I am going to try to cut interest rate. Okay, that's done. And now he came out and said, yeah, I'm going to shrink the balance sheet. Okay, how do you shrink the balance sheet and print money at the same time? That doesn't add up, right? So that's another thing why I'm telling you, they're about to drop the hot potato on you, because we all know, like, one, the US is trying to peg stable coins to US treasuries. They've done it before. Those of you who don't remember, after World War I, if I don't remember wrong, economy was in the same situation, but a little better. In the same. And what did the Fed do? They passed a law to the banks, right? They passed a law to the banks that anybody holding trade money into there, you have to hold treasuries, whether you like it or not, right? They have to, and that's how they fix that problem. Right now, we are even more advanced, in which you can't do basically nothing. Like the Russians cried about it because they knew the US $39 trillion is about to either get shrink down to probably 20 or 15 or even go to zero. Why? One, you cut interest rates, right? The value of the dollar is already down. When you cut it, you don't have to print money to make it go down a little bit more. The value of the dollar is already down. In that tiny window, when everything resets, okay, if I'm owing you, let's just say 10 years ago, you borrowed $100 from me or $1,000 from me, okay? 10 years later, the value of the dollar has gone down and it's now worth 50% of what it was worth then, okay? Do you think I am paying you your $400 back? That's the question. No, you're not. You're only getting $50 back. You're not getting $100 back, right? That is the same thing they are doing. And I think that's why they are pushing the Clarity Act a little bit. That's why they're still not wanting to approve it, because they want everybody to get desperate. Once you get desperate, they are paying you back with less. They still, don't forget, out of the COVID money, they still have it. They still have it there. So Vinicius coming in is not going to just go, you know what, give me a pen, approve. No, it's not going to happen. Those guys, that the 12 people that make the decision, they have to look at the interests of their own banks. Because we know what a bank run is, right? And I also explained, we know what a hyperinflation is, right? If US goes into a situation where inflation gets out of control, banks are going to lose a lot of money, and these guys are not going to let that happen. I can tell you that right now. They are not going to let it happen. So you can sit there and try to make how do you say it? Try to build castles in the air, but the reality is there. Reality is there. Macroeconomy depicts and picks what they want to do. Therefore, they're going to try to hold the dollar up strong. That's what they're going to try to do. But it's not going to be immediate. Vinicius takes in, although Powellsius has already said he's not stepping out until his last minute has been clocked in. So Vinicius steps in. All this, because people usually try to sell the news before the event, right? People are going to try to get bullish. You might see Bitcoin maybe bounce a little bit or blah, 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 until it comes out again, just like always. Psych, not happening. And then what do you think we'll do? Down we went, right? He can cut interest rates if he wants to. Cutting interest rate does not mean printing money. Cutting interest rate means making money more accessible for investors. Now, like we discussed here many times, the money for COVID is still there. They haven't been able to absorb it anywhere else. And I think that's how they are going to start to pay people that they owe. I think that's how they're going to start shrinking the balance sheet. And when you shrink the balance sheet, the period they're doing that, is going to lead for a standby moment. Okay, and then you have so many bearish news coming in, some like the stones getting thrown at Iran. They haven't reached no agreement. You have the situation where the Clarity Act, the banks are saying hell to the no, and you have a situation, the House of Cards that Michael Saylor's building, which is one step closer of crumbling. You have the MSI. There is so many things that are happening. And what do you think people do when the market starts to do this? They start to look for alternatives, right? Now, we all want crypto. I'm telling you, if Kaspa pumps from where we are, because I still believe it's going to drop a little. Let's just say it pumps to 10 cents. That FOMO, the FOMO is going to be out of proportion. And that's what I'm telling you, is as long as people see that, they're going to keep buying in. People chasing those green candles, they're going to keep buying in. And the more they buy in, the more the price is going to climb. And don't forget, the upgrade coming in for Kaspa to become programmable money, that will also kick the migration of all these coins, all these projects. And you have the warp core, you have everything. And then what I have been talking about here on this channel, that the transaction volume will start to spike. It has already started, but it will spike so hard that, yeah, miners will become more profitable. People are going to try to buy as much as they can, this and that. All that stuff will start to happen. But right now, everybody's not paying attention to it. Even with the signs that are on the wall, telling you that Kaspa is about you making a lot of money. You see, Dying One upgrading, Crashlandia upgrading. How many upgrades have they pushed out? How many have they pushed out? They didn't care about transaction volume until they saw what Kaspa is bringing to the table, right? They didn't care about security until they saw what Kaspa is bringing to the table. So the question is still the same. Are you going to just sit there and watch people get ready to be millionaires while you are sitting over there chasing green candles where they are not? I told you, Bitcoin is looking like it could go down to 50K or even lower. It's looking like that. So it is, let's watch and see. I mean, like, sometimes people don't learn the easy way. Some people really need a smack on their face before they learn. The question is, are you that kind of person? Or are you the kind that looks at an asset, do your research, and then start to go? What kind of person are you? Kaspa is going to make me money. I don't know about you, but it is going to make me money. And I'm getting ready for it. I keep buying. I mean, like, I think next week again, we're going to buy more. Every 2 weeks, I keep buying. I don't have time to look at Kaspa's price and cry about it. Unless on my leverage. Yeah, on leverage, I have no choice because I don't want to get liquidated. Therefore, I'm trying to make sure I get to the lowest price and scale it up for the bull run. Okay? Kaspa's bull run is what a lot of people like, yeah, it's not going to repeat itself. Oh, adoption and this and that. Really? Watch and see. Watch and see. And I'm telling you, you want to get in there before you start hearing about Kaspa's ETFs, Kaspa's this and that, Kaspa staking, Kaspa this. You want to get in. Get your bag ready before that starts to happen. Or else, you have nobody else to blame but yourself. It's that simple. Okay? Anyways, yeah, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. And let's see here. We do have crypto bubbles. See? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everybody says, yeah, I told you when the week started, it's going to be a rough week. And everybody out there, grandmama was telling you different, right? First of all, look at Kaspa, KAS. What do we have here? See? We do have laying flat in the last hour, 1.1% down on the day, 5.2% down on the week, 1% down on the month, and 66.5% down on the year. Okay? Look at it. It's not two ways, see? That's a downward. That's a downtrend. Sitting at the market cap of $892.18 million and the 24 hours volume traded at $13.72 million. Okay, now we look at QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. We do have 0.1% down in the last hour, 1.5% down on the day, 5.1% down on the week, 0.6% down on the month, and 7.7% down on the year. Sitting at the market cap of $1.00 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $7.80 million. And the situation also the same. we do have a downwards, okay, trend. Like I said, well, la la. Well, let's watch and see, okay? Now we go to the next one, which is going to be cubic. High risk, high reward, right? We do have laying flat in the last hour, okay? 5.6% down on the day, 14% down on the week, 34.2% down on the month, and 54.9% down on the year. And you also see the same thing, downwards trend, right? Sitting at a market cap of $92.64 million, and the 24 hours volume traded at $2.02 million. Now we go look at the Japanese Bitcoin, which we call JASMI, JAS. We do have here. For the past hour, 0.1% up, 1% up on the day, 5.8% up on the week, 12.3% up on the month, and 65.1% down on the year. Sitting at a market cap of $293.70 billion, and the 24 hours volume traded at $12.08 million. The chart looks green, but don't be fooled. Guys, don't be fooled. Now we go look at the Jonathan Spector, which he calls Bitcoin, and I call the orange guy. Okay, this is why I say don't be fooled by Jasmine, because Jasmine always mimics what Bitcoin does to the T. He always does. So for Bitcoin, you can see for the past hour, 0.1% down, 0.9% down on the day, 1% up on the week, 14.4% up on the month, and 19.5% down on the year. Sitting at a market cap of $1.52 trillion, and the 24 hours volume traded at $34.77 billion. Now, just by a glance, you also see we have a downward trend, right? So what you're looking at, some people like keep saying, the price is getting manipulated. Nobody pays attention to it. Price is getting manipulated. Nobody pays attention to it until it's going to be too late, right? Anyways, now, when you go look at prices in details, let's see here, what do we have? Now you do have it, Dixie going up, which is the US dollar, and Bitcoin dropping, just like I told you guys yesterday. Okay, right now I want to show you something on Bitcoin in a second, but yeah, let's look at Kaspa first. Okay, Kaspa, nothing has changed. You remember yesterday I was telling you, do not fall for it. It's not time yet. Do not fall for it. Right now we're at 3.2 cents. Like I said, 2.8 to 2.5. Let's see if it holds. If it does not hold, then we'll start looking at 2 cents. It's not time yet. Kaspa will run. Trust me, it will. But it's not time yet. I think towards I'm watching April, May. Let's see. Middle of May or towards the end of May. I don't know. We're just going to watch. I'm watching it because I want to enter my legendary trades. But it's not time yet. Ribbon still looks red and is falling off the cliff. Just like I told you guys yesterday. You look at the MACD and the RSI. They both looks bearish. You look at the moving average, pointing downward. So it's not time yet. It's not time. Watch and wait. Okay, you look at it on the 4-hourly. Let's see. Same thing. There is no difference. No difference at all. Like I was telling you guys yesterday, you have to. Now we broke below the moving average. It is still dropping. We are seeking the support of the falling wedge. That's what we're seeking. The ribbon is red. MACD is bearish. Everything is still going down. So if you're trying to put a legendary trade right now, unless you're going to scale it up to the point that your liquidation is less than a cent, yeah, if you have that kind of money, go ahead and do it. Or else, just sit tight and watch the market. Okay, things are playing out just like I was expecting. Anyways, now if you look at it on the daily, you will see the same thing. And now it's even got worse. You guys remember yesterday I was telling you, the ribbon tries to go up, down, but it's still red. That is really an indication of that, yeah, things are not where we want them to be. And people didn't pay attention. What you see right now, we are decisively breaking down the ribbon on this daily candle, right? We are breaking down the ribbon. So you have to pay attention to this kind of stuff. The MACD and RSI, still the same thing, very bearish. Even the moving average, also pointing downwards. It's that simple. When I trade, I don't need Albert Einstein chemical equations. I don't need that. I just trade by looking at simple stuff. And if you go, like for example, excuse me, what is This guy right here. See the fear and greed index? People are just fear, right? But I'm telling you, it's a fake. Because right now, people look at, yeah, the stock market moved a little bit, Bitcoin came a little bit, and my grandma had a tricycle and this and that. But this is still not good. Because we might see this thing return to extreme fear next month. Trust me, you are about to watch, okay? Just pay attention to macroeconomy. Just watch, okay? Anyways, now, when you look at it on the weekly, that's why I keep telling you, we are on a falling wage, okay? See that? We are still waiting for this. It's already turned red, right? So it might come back down to try to touch the resistance and before we jump up again. I think this last drop is going to be the last time that we'll see Kaspa at those prices, and then it will start to run for real. So for me, anything under 10 cents is nothing but noise. Okay, people are day trading, swing trading, or scalping, whatever you want to say. That's what's happening right there. And then you do have 15 cents. Once we conquer that, we are going to be landing on 18 cents. If we are good enough to break 18 cents, all-time high will be next, and before you know it, price discovery. Okay, so yeah, hang tight, watch the markets, buy your coins on spot. Forget about leveraging unless you are scalping. Okay, anyways, now let's go look at quant QNT. Okay, the banker's coin. Let's see what we got going on, because like I told you, it has nothing else is going to change. It's still going to be the same. See, on the 1 hourly, ribbon is dropping, just like I told you. I'm looking at quant, and we might be looking at a 62 to a $50 quant. So yeah, watch the market. So you guys, you can those of you who don't have a lot of patience, you can go and jump off the bridge. But me, I'm watching the market. It's not time for me to get in there yet, okay? Because even moving average is facing downwards. Ribbon is green. MACD, RSI, they are all bearish. It's not time yet, okay? Just watch and see. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, there will be no difference because the 1 hour is still falling anyways, okay? You see the same thing. Ribbon falling, moving average falling, price falling, and then you do have MACD bearish. So I don't know why people are telling you like, yeah, it's so bullish and this and that. It's not time yet. It's not time. If the lower time frames are not doing anything, the higher time frames are also still bearish. I told you guys yesterday, watch the ribbon. See, from green, we are about to switch red, okay? And that, my friends, usually mean that this price action is going to keep on going. You look at the moving average pointing downwards. Look at the MACD and RSI, okay? If you look at those, the same thing. Oh, come on. The same thing. They are still bearish. So you have to sit there and try. Like I said, it's time to accumulate on spot, not on leverage. Like you guys can see, look at the weekly. This is the second week in a row that we are going red, right? Ribbon still red. Look at MACD. We just flipped white on the color. What normally happens after white is a red, and once red happens, price is gonna come tumbling down. So yeah, I'm watching. I'm still here watching on this thing, and like I said, for me, anything under $125 is nothing but noise. Okay, people are swing trading, day trading, you call it whatever you want to call it. Above that, we do have $164, then $176. If we can conquer that, we'll be looking at $230, and before you know it, you will be onto all-time high territory and then price discovery. So things are playing out, but you have to be very, very patient. Okay, like I say on this channel, you need to be patient. Patience is what gets you the money. Don't go chasing green candles. Okay, now if you look at it, let's see. Like I was saying, I was going to show you Bitcoin right quick. BTC USDT, and we open up this. Okay, now I'm not going to waste too much time on it, because yeah, you can see it's still like dumping, like I told you guys. Okay, but I want to show you on, I think this is going to be on the daily or on the 4 hourly. Let me try to zoom it in. Okay, now if you look, Bitcoin is forming a W. Okay, you do have this. It looks like it went up and it's trying. No, let me use a trend line. The trend line should be way better to see the resistance from this, because everybody at grandmama. Oh, come on. Let me do it right. Trend line. Okay. This is what everybody's looking at, telling you like, yeah, we do a resistance, we are coming back for a retest, okay? And I think it's wrong. People are not measuring it right because they are telling you like, yeah, it is a W, it broke out and it's coming back for a retest. Nope, I don't think so, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't think so. First, when you look at it, okay, this is on the daily, not on the 4-hourly, no on anything else. What do you see? You have a sell signal. See that? Sell signal, that's number one. Number two, look at MACD. See how it is dropping? And it's about to turn, it's already turned red. See it? It has already turned red, which shows you that this price is going to come down. You look at the moving average pointing downwards. So you look at that and then you start to make the deduction. Yeah, guys, this might be looking like $70,000 or 69. That's what it might be looking like. So people like are telling you go long, go long. I don't see the reason why I should go long. Even when you look at the ribbon itself, you can see it has started to look like it wants to curve, right? That's what it has started to look like. So the line that they are drawing as resistance, I still think it is wrongly drawn, okay? If you ask me, where is this thing? Let me delete this one and let me try to do another one the way I am drawing it, okay? This is the way I am drawing it. See? That is the resistance. It didn't break out. It touched the resistance and it's coming right back down. That's what is happening. And if you draw another one, oh, come on. I'm going to take another trend line. If you draw another trend line and try to put, come on, this, put it here, right there. Come on. Let me do it. Oh, crap. I pressed the wrong thing again. Well, let's go right there. Okay. Now I get it. If you draw another trend line, you will see that Bitcoin is drawing a channel, right? It is drawing a channel. That's what it is. It's not a W. It is a channel. And in this channel, you see we came down, touch, 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 touch. It's going to come back to touch. And if you pay attention closer to it, it is a bear flag. A bear flag meaning we came from up here, right? You remember? We came from up here. Now we are drawing this. And this normally breaks down. See where I'm going with this? So a bunch of people are telling you different. I think Bitcoin is going to break down. That's what I think it is going to do. And when it does, yeah, I'm sorry, but I still, macroeconomy and everything I'm looking at is still showing me like, yeah, Bitcoin is looking at that 50K. Or if things get worse, probably 37 to 42K, something like that. But yeah, you know, everybody has their own way of doing their own TA or their own things or whatever. And I still maintain, you guys remember, right? When I have drawn this before and I showed you like, yeah, Bitcoin is looking at that 42K, 37 to 42K. And right now, like you can see, it's a bear flag, okay? It came in, and then down it's gonna go. But you guys, you can do you, because even as we speak right now, as you can see, this is the weekly. Look at MACD. Has flipped from green to white. What usually follow? Red. And what usually follow after red? Price going down. So yeah, it is up to you. But for me, yeah, I'm gonna watch the market. I'm going to see what everybody and their grandmama is doing, and we will try to make as much money from the situation as possible, because this is MMJ. We are not in the business of losing money, and you guys already know this. Anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at those positions that we are scalping the market with. But hey, like I said, I showed you at the beginning how I scalp, what I look for. If you want to copy, great. If you don't, please just accumulate on spot. But before you go into leverage, I do not condone it, okay? Because most people don't have the patience and you lose your money. So, but if you want to try it, down below I do have the links: Bydfi, Phemex, Margex, Wix, okay? You can follow those links. Make sure you meet their deposit requirements. If you do, they're going to give you free money. You get the free money, my friend, take your money out, put it back to your account. Just leave the free money. Free money is free, right? If you lose it, you lose it. Or if you want to play greedy, just take it with your bank account too, and buy your use it to buy your stuff on spot. You can also do it that way. But if you decide to trade with it, do not move to bigger money unless you can turn $20 into 40, 40 into 50, 50 into 60, 60 into 100, and so on and so forth. And I don't mean one time. If you can do it 3, 4, 5 times, then you are ready. If you cannot do it, my friend, best option, stick to spot trading. Or second option, keep practicing until you get good at it. Nobody taught me how to trade. I taught myself just by learning from mistakes I made. But that's something else that I want to tell you, okay? Also down below, I do have the link to Acorn. Acorn, as you guys already know, is a broker I'm using to teach my son how to trade on stock market and ETFs. That one, you do not need to meet a deposit requirement, okay? All you have to do is sign up, okay? Follow the link, sign up. Once you do, they're going to give you $5 worth of stocks. It's not big deal, right? But $5 is a way to get you started on your investment journey. It might not look like a big thing right now, but after probably 3 to 5 years, you will see how it's going to grow. You guys already, I don't know if you're keeping track of my son's account, which I opened a couple months ago. I opened it for him, and so far we're doing great. He's already at 1,200 the last time I checked. But yeah, if you can do it, grown ass man or grown woman like you can also do it. Anyways, now let's go right quick. I'm using Wix, okay? I'm using Wix because Wix has low fees and all that stuff. It's very reliable, so that's why I'm using it for the scalping. Anyways, you guys already know. Here, let's go back. Oh, come on, now what? See, right now I took profits on that trade, and I'm still having 2 open, and those 2 right now are sitting at $1,400 in total profit. And those trades that I still have open, like a bunch of you guys are asking me why, is because yeah, they are still looking bearish, and with the way Bitcoin is doing, I think this thing is going to crash even lower and I can make more money from it. That's why I keep them open. ZBT, I don't know what the hell that is. I'm just going to make money with it. So I know they're going to rock pull you. If you look at their whatchamacallit, if you look at their trends, yeah, this is what I'm telling you about. I opened it, I looked at it when it was on the daily, right? There you are. On the daily, you can see that the MACD right here. So, is that it? Hold on. Oh, this is the wrong one. Excuse me. Let me click on it. It's the wrong one. Let me click on it. ZBT. There you are. ZBT. If you look at the trends, okay, you can see I opened it on the daily when the daily was way up there. So, way above the Bollinger Band. You remember what I was telling you at the beginning of the video, right? You look at the MACD and RSI, they're about to turn bearish. So I still think this thing is going to come down. That's why I still have that those trades open. Look at the wicks. The wicks on the candles. They try to pump and then dump. Try to pump and then dump. That is also another sign that shows you like, yeah, they're gonna drop it. But anyways, on that trade, I am up $447 or $449. So I'm watching the market and see what because if Bitcoin dumps, whether they like it or not, this thing is also going to dump. The next one is Hyper. I don't know what the hell Hyper is neither, but I'm just trading on it to try to scalp it. Okay, right now if you look at see the same thing. Look at it. Like I'm telling you, those are the things you have to watch. Price broke way above the Bollinger Band. Right? Look at MACD and RSI. See that? They are turning bearish. That's why I keep the position open, because I know looking at it, it looks like it's gonna drop even lower and I can make more money out of it. Okay, so far, if you can see it, it is up $591. Yesterday it was like 600 and some dollars, but I just left it. I left it open because I know it looks like it's about to drop some more and I can make more out of it, right? So it's up to you. I'm scalping the market. Like the other guy asked me the other day, talk about what about my 50x. When I scalp the market, I use 20x. I don't risk that much. When I open my legendary trades, yeah, 50x, all of them. There's no two ways about it. Okay. Anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at my son's Acorn account. Let's see how he's been doing that. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Now this is what I'm talking about. See, they do have a promotion. That's what I'm telling you. If we sign up, or 4 people sign up, we're gonna get this money. It's like 1,100. Okay. I get it. I'm going to split it into two. Half of it my son will keep, and the other half I am going to do a raffle. You guys will decide. Do you want to be just one winner, or do we want to break it into 4 people? But so far, as you guys can see, we haven't met the threshold yet. It's still 4 more people. So if 4 more people can sign using the link, yeah, we get the price. But anyways, right now he's still sitting at $1,249. Not bad, not too shabby. Not too shabby. And is this a 9-year-old boy? And he's doing this, okay, with his allowance money. Anyways, if you look at this portfolio, you will see that here is still up 5.6%. On the stocks, we do have the S&P 500 sitting at $560. IJH medium companies sitting at $85. IJR small companies sitting at $27. And IXUS, which is international company, sitting at $300. That one is growing. And then we do have the bonds, ISTB, which are the short-term bonds, sitting at $83, and AGG, which is the US aggregate bonds, sitting at $184. So yeah, his account is growing, and I'm so proud of him. He's doing great. He's really, really doing great. So it is up to you, right? You want to do it, or do you want to watch? Like I tell them, you are not going to see the differences until maybe 3 years from now, because by then you are getting paid dividends, you still auto compound and stuff like that, and before you know it, your stock account starts to grow even higher and higher. So yeah, making money is not that easy, guys. It's not that easy. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I am trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, don't forget to like and comment. It only takes you a second. Drop an emoji if you don't have a nice thing to say. And also don't forget to share, so that other millionaire minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Until I see you in my next one, please don't go jumping bridges, okay? Bye bye.